Online shopping scams in the nail industry are rapidly evolving. They've transitioned from selling cheap copies of premium brands to directly stealing images from nail artists from their social media profiles, selling stickers, press-on nails, or stamping plates. Now they're using entirely fabricated AI images to promote products that probably don't even exist, or do they? So today I'm on a mission to figure out if a live person is not able to recreate some of AI-generated nail art, maybe we can just order them online, starting with these cute green jelly nails with golden accents. These nails look so pretty on this picture. I have a feeling that this should be jelly green tips, probably with some accents inside because I can see some golden on the backgrounds, maybe some foil, and these other golden elements we have on top should be 3D for sure because of this light shift that we can see. But in reality, I received this, which is kind of far from reality. And if we read some reviews, it also says that, well, the tips that I received were not as bright as promised on the picture. We have 100% flat image, just straight up green tips with this gold pattern on top. I mean, even gold doesn't look as bright. So yes, this is entirely disappointing. But if we scroll further, we can see the real image of these tips. So it's like, no, we're not scamming you. Like, this is what you will really get. But let's be honest, most of us always fall for this first front image, and this one is absolutely not truthful. This design looks so magical, beautiful mushrooms and some flowers, and I think press-ons like this would be perfect for anyone who's not able to hand paint design like this, me included. When you look at this image, it gives a feeling like whether this design should glow in the dark, or maybe at least it should glow under the UV light. So that's what I'm going to check, under UV light. But when I opened these tips, I was a bit disappointed. I mean, yes, I can see mushrooms, and yes, they are kind of in the exact same order like in the reference picture, and I can see some flowers, but they're not as bright, they're not as pretty, and the design itself is kind of low quality print. But what's even worse, once I tried them on myself, these tips are just terrible. They have this crazy C-curve. They're so hard and they just don't feel comfortable. They're like pressing on my natural nails too much, and even though I had them for like a few minutes just to take some pictures and videos, it felt terrible. So I have no clue why these tips have actually good reviews on this website, because this is nothing like the picture and the tips are terrible. Beautiful, colorful clouds, they look so pretty, and also have this feeling of light, semi-transparent nail art, like probably we have whether clear tips or maybe a nude background, and these light feather clouds with these beautiful accents and stars. And what I received kind of looks like clouds, but they're not as dreamy, they're not transparent, and they definitely do not have this light vibe. This is like straight up print of this image, once again not super high quality. However, these tips, they feel a little better. I mean, at least they do not hurt my natural nails, and the sizes are okay. I was able to find the ones that fit, but also the colors are kind of different. I mean, on the reference picture I can see this beautiful pink in the sky, and on the real one I can barely see it. It's more like blue and purple, and I mean, the colors are just not as dreamy. I don't get it why this product also has so many reviews. If we scroll, we have the exact same picture. We have these tips that I received, and this picture is truthful, but they're so small on the picture, like you really need to pay attention and really zoom in if you want to see how these tips are going to look like. So I guess maybe all these people did scroll and figure out, okay, well, this is what I'm going to get. Press-ons is not the only product that is used to sell with AI-generated images, you can also find stickers. So once I came across this product, I loved it because I like tropical design, I like birds, but I'm not that good at hand painting, so for me, having stickers with birds would be just ideal. Also, I love flamingos, combination of pink and green, so I thought doing this nail art with pink flamingos and green leaves would be just perfect. And once I saw this picture, I thought, oh my god, why did it never cross my mind? You can actually use stickers for multi-layered nail art, right? You can do the background first with a certain stickers and then you can add another one on top. So I was super excited to try it, but then I realized, how am I going to do that? Because they don't have flamingos on their stickers. Like, I have only 2 pieces of stickers, and yes, I have leaves, I have some pink parrots, I have flowers, but I don't see flamingos. And what's interesting, once we take a look at the stickers on the product page, they're not lying. Like, they're not showing flamingos here. We can only see flamingos on this AI-generated picture. So is this a scam or not? I don't know. But let's try it anyway. Okay, I will go with the parrots. So once I started applying the stickers and trying these layering techniques, I realized that this idea is actually great, but it's not going to work with these particular stickers because they are so thick. And I think this should be like a water decal stickers, because normally they are super thin and you can do multiple layers and they will not be as visible. But these are regular stickers and they give so much volume. So later you will need to encapsulate them with top coat a lot, so it will not be visible. But what's even worse, there's no way you can recreate something like this, because some stickers, when you apply them on top of the other, they're see-through. It doesn't look pretty anymore, right? I thought these colors are supposed to be at least cover the previous one, but they cannot. They are see-through. It looks just terrible. I mean, I tried my best to combine flowers and birds and, build some kind of picture out of this, but it still looks weird. I also wonder, how do these products appear? I mean, do they take a beautiful AI-generated image and then create a product according to this inspo? Or is it the opposite? Like, we have a certain product and then we generate an image for it. This design looks pretty, but most importantly, it does not look unrealistic to recreate, right? Because all I can see here, we have nude nails, and then we have this neon abstract nail art on top. So I think this design is quite easy to replicate. There's no unrealistic 3D elements that cannot be replicated, right? So I was really getting my hopes up to finally get this press-on nails. But what I got took me quite a while to realize that this is in fact the same product. Can you guys believe it? I mean, instead of nude background that we have here, we have this weird brown looking, and I don't see much of yellow, it's mostly green, and it just looks flat. I cannot see any 3D or this look like this is a paint or colorful smoke coming from somewhere. With these tips, I do have a feeling that they just had this generated image and then they just printed it. That's why instead of regular light nude color, we have this weird brown looking, because this picture looks like it's in the shade or something. So I'm really disappointed, even though the quality of these tips is okay, but the picture looks like a super low quality print. We can see pixels, so it's nothing like this picture. So then I started looking for more products. I found the exact same picture on another supplier page, and they offer a kit of 96 different pieces. So there are 4 different designs with press-on nails, and one of the pictures is exactly the same. So I was hoping maybe this time this design finally is going to look better. So are you guys ready? Please make sure that you're sitting while you're watching, because this is going to be a shock. So I received 4 different designs, and it took me quite a while to figure out which is this exact design, and after some research I realized that this is the one. No, it looks even worse. It looks like a terrible copy of this design, like a very, very low quality. Like they didn't even use enough colors or paint to try to print it. Like this is seriously just something terrible, guys. And once you separate this tip from the holder, you will see this terrible piece of plastic on the end. So these are also super low quality tips. But wait, we have 3 more designs, and the next one actually doesn't look very unrealistic, even though this is an AI generated image. I mean, we can recreate this, right? There's nothing complicated. We have some bright colors, we have some glitter, we have some neon lightning bolts lines on the top. I mean, it doesn't look like something that's not possible to recreate. Are you ready to see how it's actually looking in the real life? Like this. I can hardly see these lines, and this is also like a very, very terrible, cheap, low quality print copy of this design. I mean, the only way I could figure out that this is this design is just by having a slight replication of colors. Yes, we can see yellow, we can see pink, and that's it. So obviously I didn't have very high hopes for the rest of the 2 designs, even though they look amazing. I would call this design fire and ice, because some tips are representing fire, have these beautiful orange neon spikes, and another one is more like blue. And we do have some orange and we do have some blue tips, and they look like this. So we only have one size of blue, so you need to use the blue one according to the size that it matches on your nails. If it doesn't, it's your problem. And this looks just terrible, you know, like a very, very cheap copy and painting. Let's take a look at the last one, and oh my god, this AI generated image is so pretty because this lightning lines or whatever it is, it looks like it's going inside through the nail, and we have this jelly nail. Actually, I really have this urge now to try to recreate these designs. Maybe I should do it later, but let's see how this company did it, and it looks even worse than that. I cannot see these thin, fine lines. I can only see a little bit of black, a little bit of orange, a little bit of purple, and a super bad, cheap designs. If you look at the side view, you will see these terrible pixels. I mean, this set was obviously just horrible. Space-themed nails look so cute and rather simple, because we have black, a little bit of additional colors like purple and blue and white, and a little accessories. These stars and these dots, they are definitely 3D, right? They look like they're made of metallic or silver, and they're definitely on top of the nails. And we also have this beautiful moon and stars. So this does not look complicated, right? I mean, this is something you can actually recreate. But on the tips that I received, we have a flat image instead. I don't see any 3D accessories. I can't see any silver. All I see is just a very cheap representation of this picture. And what's even funny, if we look at the original one, we have this glare on the moon that looks like it's supposed to be there. And here it looks like, you know, just a very cheap print of this piece. I mean, this is just terrible. If we take a look at the other side of the tips, it's like a paint or dirt. I don't even want to know. So these tips are also very low quality. I also don't understand why they're completely different shape. I mean, on the original picture, it looks like they're supposed to be square, and instead we have ballerina. Once I saw this sea-themed nail art on these nails, I mean, this is obviously AI generated, but I thought that they're promoting this semi-sphere pearl accessories and shells, because I actually have something like this. And if this is what they were selling, I think we could not even accuse them of anything, because there are accessories that look very, very similar to what I see on this picture. But no, this is actually a set of 5D stickers. What is 5D? Why it's not 3D? I don't know. But these stickers are kind of what we see on this picture. We do have starfish, we have shells. They're not the same size as they promised, because this shell is like 1/3 of the nail at least, and the real one is much smaller. However, these are not bad stickers. They are really 3D. They have this good texture, they have good colors. I even used them already on my client when I did Caribbean sea nails. We used some seashells, some starfishes, and they look great. I really like the set of stickers, actually. Yes, they do not represent what they promised in this AI-generated image, but they're not bad, so I think I'm keeping them. This is very interesting because the original picture, this one is not AI generated. Obviously, it was done by a real person, and these footsteps were not done with stickers 100%. They were hand painted with gel and acrylic and probably a dotting tool. I think they just created stickers that look similar to this inspo. And as usual, once we scroll further, we can see more images, and they never lied. I mean, they're showing the real images of their stickers, and then later they're showing the real tips with their stickers. So they're kind of not lying, but they're always using these beautiful polished AI images in the front, and this is the one that always catches most of the attention of potential buyers. Palm trees on sunset background. This would be a perfect design for vacation. They look kind of like they're glowing. I don't really have their high hopes, but when these tips arrived, I was actually surprised because this is probably the first product that is representing on what was on the picture. I mean, they're not glowing as this image, but they're very, very close to what is shown there because we can see the sunset, we can see the same colors, we can see black palm trees. Also, we have the same length and shape that they promised. And once we scroll to the original images of the tips, they are also the same. I am quite surprised. The tips are actually not a bad quality. And the only thing that's missing is maybe the colors should glow a little bit. But guys, I am kind of glad that we found at least one product that is so close to AI generated image. So maybe we're going to try more today. Once I saw this nail art with jellyfishes, I was in love. I love jellyfish. I like sea-themed nail art. And this jellyfish is obviously a bit complicated to hand paint, but if we had a sticker, that would be nice. We have a dark background here, and also, according to this design, some of the elements of the starfish should be transparent. So this is how it's going to perfectly match. And if we take a look on the stickers, it says that we're going to get some white, some red, some colorful starfishes. So we would probably be able to combine them with different color schemes and backgrounds. Looks promising, so I decided to try and recreate this nail art. So I applied blue semi-transparent background first. After curing blue jelly color, I will take black gel polish with reflective silver glitter, add some near the cuticle to create an ombre. Blue color that I used is a bit different from the one on the picture, so I'm not going to recreate it like 100% as a copy. I will just use it as an inspo and try to do something similar because they also had dark accents, and I think this black will be a perfect addition. After taking care of the line near the cuticle, I will use ombre brush to create a fade from black into clear. This gel polish by Beetles is so thick, which makes it perfect for ombre like this. It's not running anywhere, it's not flooding the cuticle, and also these reflective particles are going to look great with a certain lighting. But then when I apply stickers, I realized that sizes are a bit different. They're much smaller than I thought, and also they do look like a sticker. No, you definitely don't have any doubt. I think with good quality stickers, once you apply them, and especially after you seal them with a top coat, clients will look and be like, oh, did you hand paint it? Right? This is how good and realistic they should look. But here we don't have any doubts. This is a sticker and not a very good quality sticker. The printing is a little bit with grains. Well, no, this does not look like this nail art at all. And once we scroll further, once again, we can see more of the stickers, and I received the exact same stickers that are shown on these pictures. and we can even see the tips with the stickers, but the front picture was so untruthful, which is absolutely disappointing. I think I've seen this image somewhere. Oh yeah, there's this profile of artists from Japan, and they have beautiful images of nails, and they're all AI generated. They're not hiding it. It's written on their profile, it's written on every single picture. They also have their own watermark. They said that you can use them for your inspo if you're a nail artist. Like, feel free to tag us, that would be amazing. I also like that they state that please do not harass your nail technicians if you're a client asking to do these nails, because it's not possible to replicate some of them. And also they mentioned that this is not allowed to use this inspo to mass produce tips with this design. But also I noticed that they stated that some websites like Temu, AliExpress, Alibaba used their designs unauthorized and made copies of them. So I guess this should be one of them, but I get it why they stole it, because it looks so pretty. I mean, it's all transparent, or it's like a jelly color on the background, and then we have this beautiful golden accent on top. And what I received looks nothing like it. I mean, the colors are kind of the same, but it's all flat. It's all just a cheap printed picture of what we can see. There's no 3D. The golden on top is also hand painted and looks more like a yellow. And the colors on the background, they're not as pretty or dimensional. And another thing I cannot understand, why most of these products have such good reviews. Because come on, with press-on nails you can get anything you want. There are press-on nails with rhinestones, with 3D elements, with anything. So if you see a picture like this, even if you understand that this is AI generated, you still expect to get something pretty close to it. This is not something close, I think, in my opinion. It looks just like a terrible print. If we look at the side walls, we can see that it's not even properly printed across the sides. I did not lose hope and was still trying to recreate beautiful jellyfish nail art, so I came across this image, and oh my god, these are jelly blue nails with white jellyfishes, and they also look like they whether glow in the dark or at least glow in the UV. I ordered these stickers that are supposed to be white jellyfishes. But if we take a look on the picture that's even on the website, it's actually truthful. That's exactly the one that I received. But these jellyfishes are not like that, because these on the picture are like realistic ones floating in the water. And the ones on the picture are like cartoon, like hand-painted, simple jellyfishes, which is not bad. I mean, this design still can be pretty. So I still wanted this multicolored jellyfishes, so I decided to use these ones with a color. They look not bad. I mean, it looks cute, it looks pretty, but it looks more like a drawing, because that's what you expect with this style of jellyfishes, right? And we also have real pictures and tips of the design that they used. So why did they have to use this AI-generated image that is 100% misleading? Besides one set of press-on nails, you can buy a set of 200 of them and get multiple designs. Like with this one, here we have 9 different designs. So I received this box, and when I opened it, I realized, no, it's probably not going to be it. So let's try just a couple of them, okay? I don't think it would make any sense to try all of them. This was the one that caught my attention, especially the one with the water. Oh my god, the smell is just terrible, so okay, let's just be quick with it. So on the original picture, it looks like water, like we have this blue jelly dark color, and we have these waves, but on the picture it's like a very, very low quality printed image. And what's interesting, when I was taking a picture and a video of these nails, I couldn't understand what's wrong with the lenses of my camera, or is it my phone, or is it something with my eyesight? Like, I cannot see clearly. And then I realized there's nothing wrong with my devices or with my vision, because this is just about the tips. You know, this look when you're taking a picture and you're shaking, so it's just not crisp, and that's exactly what we have on this tips. I mean, this is like a super low quality image that you can even hardly tell that this is the water they tried to represent. Another design that I really wish I had is these jelly blue nails with abstract lines. But in reality, this is also just a cheap, flat version of this design. I mean, even the lines look kind of different. The only thing that matches with the original look is the colors. Yes, we do have purple, we have blue, but this is not jelly, this is not transparent, this is not 3D, and we have 100% flat lines. So these tips are just terrible. Then I came across this colorful design that reminds me of a peacock in some way. And when I received these tips, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be the second product we received today that is super close to what they promised, because they are long, they're coffin shaped, have these neon colors and very similar pattern. However, on this picture, it's like crazy crisp, like you can see every single small detail. With these tips, it's a little less than that. I mean, it's a little blurry, but it's still pretty good and pretty close to what we wanted. Also, it feels like these tips are rather good quality and they were a bit more expensive. This gives me hope that maybe we will find in the future more products that are going to look like their original picture, at least the one that's on the front line, the ones that manufacturer promised us. Let me know what do you think about AI generated images used to promote products, and have you ever ordered a product that was promised to look in a certain way, but when you received it, it was completely different? Please share your stories in the comments.